In the glittering world of entertainment, filled with falsehoods, deceit, and camera flashes, the story of Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan is not merely captivating. It ignites curiosity, stirs emotions, and leaves everyone wondering, is what they have love? For if love requires words, then Wang Yibo would lose. But if love is about silent yet profound actions, then no one can deny. Yibo loves Xiao Zhan with all his heart. Years ago, when Xiao Zhan's name seemed to crumble from the sky, when all cameras turned away and the industry seemed to close its doors on him, there stood Wang Yibo, silent but steadfast. No lengthy posts, no explicit defenses, no drama. But while others cut ties, Yibo remained in the shadows, appearing at the right time and place. He liked Xiao Zhan's posts, even in silence, and for many fans, that wasn't a small thing. It was a code that his heart had never turned away. What cannot be expressed in words can be seen in the movement of the eyes, the position of the body, and a sincere little smile. How many times has the camera captured the moment when Yibo gazes at Xiao Zhan while the man is unaware? And when their gazes meet, Yibo's faint smile cannot be hidden. It's not a formal smile for fans. It's not a smile for the camera either. It's a smile for someone he cares about. When Xiao Zhan speaks, Yibo listens as if the world has stopped. When Xiao Zhan laughs, Yibo laughs too, not because the joke is funny, but because Xiao Zhan's happiness is everything to him. There is love that is loud, announced to the world. But there is also love that quietly protects from the shadows. When rumors targeted Xiao Zhan, Wang Yibo never spoke up. But that was his strength. His silence was a form of protection. He knew that one word could complicate things, so he chose to stand in silence, becoming an invisible wall, yet always present. Yibo showed his support through small gestures, positioning himself beside Xiao Zhan during press conferences, unconsciously moving the microphone toward Xiao Zhan, or simply giving him a warm glance while he spoke. These small acts cannot be faked. Yibo is very private. He rarely shares his personal life. But there is one story that leaves fans unable to stop crying with emotion. One day, amid the pressure and burdens from the outside world, Wang Yibo invited Xiao Zhan to ride a motorcycle with him. Without media, without cameras, without witnesses. Just the two of them on the night streets. When the world demanded Xiao Zhan to be perfect, Yibo gave him space to be himself. Imagine, on the motorcycle, with the night wind sweeping across their faces, in the soothing silence. That was the most honest love that ever existed. No words, just the presence enveloping each other. On several occasions captured by cameras, Yibo reflexively touched Xiao Zhan's back while walking together. At an award ceremony, he held Xiao Zhan's hand when the man looked nervous. When Xiao Zhan was descending the stairs, Yibo slowed his pace, ensuring nothing would cause him to fall. It wasn't a scenario. It was the reflex of someone who wanted to protect. And love often emerges precisely in those reflexive moments. Xiao Zhan is a gentle, caring, and attentive man. Meanwhile, Yibo is a quiet, mysterious, and hard-to-approach individual. But it is precisely because of that they complement each other. In every interaction between them, it's clear that Yibo feels more comfortable when he's with Xiao Zhan. He laughs more freely, smiles more broadly, and even talks more. Xiao Zhan brings out Yibo's gentle side, a side that rarely shows itself to anyone else. And in turn, Yibo gives strength and stability to Xiao Zhan, bringing calm to a world full of storms. They rarely appear together openly, but the moments they share feel like a secret code, as if they are communicating in a language only they understand. For example, when they wear the same color of clothing at different events, or when their posts on Weibo are posted at very close times, with subtle messages that seem to respond to each other. And one unforgettable moment was when Xiao Zhan was giving a speech, and the camera captured Wang Yibo quietly watching him from afar, smiling meaningfully. No explanation is needed, because in that gaze, everything is already crystal clear. Wang Yibo once said in an interview, "I'm not someone who easily gets close to anyone, but once I feel a connection, I'll cherish it." And when asked who he feels most compatible working with, he named Xiao Zhan. Without hesitation, not a single moment of doubt. They are not just actors who happen to star in the same drama. They have transformed into symbols of trust, comfort, and perhaps love. Because all their interactions don't feel like acting. They're not forced. They're not scripted. They are one of the few pairs who, even when silent, still speak. They're not just two actors who happen to share the screen. They're two souls who found each other in the chaotic, high-pressure world of entertainment. Behind the grand stage and the cameras that constantly follow them, there are quiet moments that are far more meaningful. Moments when Yibo stares at Xiao Zhan without saying a word, when a small smile appears even without a joke being made, when the two stand side by side, as if the world belongs only to them. Many fans have noticed the subtle intimacy in their interactions. For example, the way Yibo leans toward Xiao Zhan every time they sit together, or when Xiao Zhan unconsciously matches his footsteps to Yibo's rhythm. This isn't a coincidence. It's a natural attraction, a comfort that can't be faked. Many on-screen couples appear close due to the demands of their roles, but with Yibo and Xiao Zhan, that intimacy never feels forced. It's too real to ignore. And when the two appear on different shows but still mention each other's names, even briefly, it's enough to send the entire fandom into a frenzy. Because we know, behind those simple words, there's a deeply emotional bond. Yibo and Xiao Zhan have long surpassed the boundaries of colleagues. They now walk as two individuals who quietly rely on each other, watch out for each other, and perhaps quietly love each other in a silence only they understand. Love isn't just about sweet words and hugs. Sometimes, love is about being there when the world crumbles, about holding on when everyone else lets go, about looking with full emotion, without a single word spoken. And that is what Wang Yibo has been doing for Xiao Zhan all along. This is love that grows from silence. Love that acts. After seeing all these loving actions from Wang Yibo, can you still say they're just ordinary friends? Share your thoughts in the comments, because maybe you've just witnessed the purest proof of love behind the glitz of the entertainment world.